Hey everybody, Steve-O here from Movies and TVs on the ball. And it occurs to me that for the past 10 years, I've noticed that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, action star, and Kevin Hart have been in a lot of movies together. I think they started out in um, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle from 2016. Um, 2019, excuse me, and then Jumanji 3 was the next level was 2019. And I've noticed that Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson were really good together, and they really play pretty well in films such as Central Intelligence, where um, The Rock, I'm calling The Rock, was worked. I think he was like friends with um, friends with Kevin Hart, and he was friends with Kevin Hart in high school, and he tries to be his best friend, but he also works for the CIA, and it all comes down to that. But what I was kind of curious is, do you think they make a good comedic duo, or do you feel like do you think Kevin Hart kind of plays the same roles over and over again? Very loud, very fast, very runny. Kind of runs a lot of his lines really, really fastly. Um, I think he works, and it might also be that he works great with, let's say, um, with in the Jumanji series, that works better than Central Intelligence. Now, I just kind of wanted to ask my fans out there and YouTube viewers what their kind of look at um, with both Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. Do you think that they work well with each other? Do you think they're a good buddy duo? Are they? I mean, is it kind of that you got Dwayne Johnson, who's The Rock, and he's big and he's muscular, and Kevin Hart's kind of the little guy? I think that they really work together pretty well as a comedic duo. But I was just kind of curious to ask you guys what your thoughts are. Now, for me, I think it works. They do work really well. Sometimes I feel like Kevin Hart kind of plays the same role over and over again, which I probably have already said, but he's never really the same character. But I think he's a lot more timid, not as rushed in the Jumanji series. I think that plays better to his strength, and I think that The Rock, I think Dwayne Johnson really does a good job of, kind of becoming, when he's charismatic as an action star. I'm really kind of interested in kind of how he does it. But I feel like I think if you give them the right script, I think they work really well with each other. I think if you give them the wrong script, they're going to try their best to make something of it. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Dwayne. Do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart are a good comedy duo? Do you think that they work well with each other? I think that, give them this right script, they work all right. I think they're better in Jumanji than they are in Central Intelligence, but that's just my opinion. Who am I? I'm just a YouTuber. So let me know in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe. Peace.